we're a local venue that's about 3 miles from downtown Cookeville. We are locally owned by an orthodontist here in town, and he has opened it up to be rented for different parties, events, and corporate picnics, weddings. We do have a brochure in the back if you'd like to see more about it. You're welcome to stop by. We have opened the venue about 2 years ago. So far we've had about 4 weddings, and this year we're on tap for about 6 weddings and a couple of corporate events coming up quickly. So we're excited to share a new venue with you, and then also we have some planning ideas and some food tips for you for today. We are managed by Grade A Catering, so we do work with them providing the food services you need for an event. So we wanted to have some tips for that also. So just to walk through a little bit of what we have about 3 acres that we use for the weddings or the corporate events that we have going on. Lots of space for you to have your event. We also have a covered shelter area that works well for smaller events and different setups that we have. One of the things I wanted to point out to start with was lighting at an outdoor event is very important. I think sometimes we forget about that in the different places where we are. But as you can see right here, here's some great lighting, and that's something we do offer. But as you're planning your summer events, I think it's very important so your guests can see where they're going, but also know how to get back to their car is also very important too. So, and then also lots of setups to go. Tables and chairs are something to think about when you are inviting people over or planning something at an off-site venue. We do have tables and chairs available to rent, so if you need that. Or another thing to think about, if it's more of a casual party, do you need tables and chairs for everybody? Maybe you just want to have standing room and just more of a free-flowing event rather than more formal tables and chairs. So I think that's an important thing to think about when you're planning one. Then also, we have lots of different setups here. I'll just scroll through some of these. There's lots of, with corporate parties, I think it's important to think about the different ages that are coming to parties. So you might want to think about if you do have children coming, are there things for them to do? At this particular event, we did have face painting and cotton candy, which are both cotton candy machines and popcorn machines are available to rent here locally, but that's something we also provide through Grade A Catering. But this, you can see the tent set up and then some inflatables, which is always good. Then we did hay rides, so it's situated on a 200-acre farm, so there is availability to do hay rides or different kind of petting zoo. We also had a petting zoo set up at this particular event that you see. Tablescapes are also important. How are you going to present the items for your outside event? This, for instance, is homemade ice cream station. So the homemade ice cream station had different toppings that were really fun. There is a couple of folks in town that'll do it on larger quantities, like 3 or 4 gallons of homemade ice cream. So that's a great option to think about instead of maybe just cake. So this is just a wedding setup. We do have some benches, or you can use chairs again. Kind of thinking about what is actually going to happen at the party and how do you want to present that to your guests. Tables and chairs, and again lighting, well lit, makes the party last longer and definitely more fun if it's well lit. So just to be aware of those different elements. And then the setup, I think as now we all have cameras and cell phones so easily accessible, you want to treasure those memories. So it's good to have some good settings that are great for people to take quick snapshots at. So this is an example of that at a wedding with the windows were a great addition to that wedding. And then the tablescapes overall. And again, just kind of some different uses of lighting that we've got. This is another, as we were talking about with the children's things you could have, but this is something more fun for adults too, a s'mores pit. So a little fire pit, which you can get at Lowe's or you can get local areas. And we just simply did hay bales with some quilts. These are some of our family quilts, and just kind of threw them over some different areas here and some benches. But I think that people try to do those a little more fancy, but really simply, I think that's a great way to entertain folks without a lot of effort into it either. So it's an example of that we do often. Again, some photogenic places, whether at your house or wherever. So just going on to, we do event planning also through Grade A Catering, and I also handle a lot of that. So I think an important thing to think about is your logistics. Here, for instance, we did 3 buffets set up for a 400 people party, which was important. But even at your own home, I think it's important which door are people coming into and how do they flow through your house or through your garden to make it easy for them to enjoy the party is important. Rentals, disposable, what we have back here are like a bamboo plate, which are fun. Some of you eating off that. That's a great idea. Also, you can do clear plastic disposable. You do have these are a vintage plate, which we've been doing a lot of lately, and that's been a fun addition to make it a little more informal, but to bring in the rustic setting. This is one thing to think about too for your parties is using a reusable centerpiece. A lot of times we'll use, these are pansies or herbs, so use those in the center that you can give away and that people can enjoy. This one, for instance, is a bread bowl. So we did an Italian themed party, but we planned, this is actually bread that the guests eat with olive oil. There's little olive oil pieces here. So that the guests could enjoy the centerpiece, so it was more, you didn't just waste money, you actually made that usable. So as you're party planning, those are all elements that definitely to think about. Then moving on, I said that we are managed by Grade A Catering. So actually my mom, Greta, started this business 25 years ago. So she's going to tell us a little bit about the food elements that she brought to kind of explain to us. So I think they'd like for you to use the mic. So.
Megwood. That's just a nice local venue. It's real close to town, and the owner just wanted to make this property available to the football community. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's so beautiful out there. It's just right at the base of the mountain, kind of in this little cove, and it's just real quaint. Real rustic, so you have to be prepared to walk in gravel and across the field to get from the park into the site. But anyway, it's fun. If you just have a chance to drive out there sometime, let Emma know and she'll take you out to show you. So we're not really advertising tremendously for that, just as people hear about it and know about it. It is available because it is a working farm. There's cattle out there and there's hay bales around, so it lends itself to a real rustic theme. So we have had some fun things out there. One of the companies did a big picnic out there. Emma alluded to that earlier with hay rides and face painting and popcorn, and that was lots of fun. And they've already rebooked it for again this year because it's just big, open. Kids can run, they play ball and frisbee. So with that in mind, I've planned some picnic food, just some things if I was going to pack a picnic basket and take it along with me for just kind of an outing, the foods that I might consider would be good and different and fun. So I'm going to run through those real quickly. But it makes me nervous to see y'all sitting there watching me without eating. So I have done a biscuit bar, which is kind of fun. That's kind of a country themed thing. So walk over there and get you a biscuit, and I've got some different ideas for you, and this is what I was going to throw out for you. If you're planning a little summer event, maybe at your house with some friends over, just throw out some hot biscuits, and all of this I did ahead of time. I caramelized some bacon just with some brown sugar and orange juice, and we baked that, and I had some little ham pieces, and then I had butter and jelly and jam, so you can use your imagination on that. And then I fried up some chicken tenders kind of at the last minute, so you could stuff a biscuit with chicken. And but the real ease to this kind of preparation, if you were doing some kind of little get-together, family event or whatever, not necessarily at the farm, but just at your house, these are whipping cream biscuits, and I found these that are so easy, so it's taken a lot of pressure off of my last-minute biscuit prep. So all this is self-rising flour and heavy whipping cream. So you just make a stiff batter or a nice batter out of those two ingredients, roll them out, cut them. So I did that in about 30 minutes before I headed over here this morning. So really easy, we added just a touch of sugar to these. So anyway, that's a good little tip I've discovered. So please help yourself to our biscuit bar. This is like a savory pimento cheese. It's just our plain old pimento cheese that has the cheddar cheese and lots of pimento in it, but it has some cream cheese, some pecans, and some cayenne pepper. So it's a dressed up pimento cheese, and it's really good. We can make these same little whipping cream biscuits with pecans in those and call them a pecan biscuit. So, you know, you can come up with some cute little ideas with that. The other ingredient element that I have over there that I thought you might want to try is a little corn muffin, and that's just a little sour cream, creamed corn, a little bit of buttermilk, and cornmeal. So that's a real good little savory cornbread muffin. So if you're doing a picnic, maybe with some barbecue, you could make those real good little corn muffins and grab a pound or two of barbecue and take it with you. Would you, Ayla, open that lid? It gets a better suction. Yeah, there you go. That lid's on there. And you see what Miss Pam's working with over there? That's some lemonade. Just, you know, have some beverages out there. You don't have to have colas all the time, but, you know, these little dispensers are just inexpensive. They're fun to have out. You don't have so much. You can use paper cups. This morning we grabbed the plastic, but if you're, you know, trying to be environmentally friendly, just paper cups would be a great idea. We've done that with a bamboo plate, so you can eliminate some of the plastic back into the landfills by doing that. Guys, y'all come have a biscuit bar while we're talking, and we've got some samples over here. Okay, so just some other ideas. We did a farm picnic was my theme of this party. So, and some items I made, and I'm going to give you time to sample them, but easy for just picking up. You can keep it cold to the last minute. It's just a little shooters, and we use these a lot at parties because they're easy to pick up, move, and walk off. You don't have to stand there dipping a lot of things and so forth. So those are little vegetable shooters. You can use any kind of dip. Sometimes we'll use dill or a roasted red pepper. Hummus is great in these. We've used hummus a lot. So any kind of little shooter. And oh, let me give you my tip. I guess you wonder how I got here with them in one piece. Let me show you. This can be a booger trying to move these things. So we really figured this out one day. We can save our little egg cartons and we make them. So we do a big bank birthday party every October, and we have one of my friends here helps me with that. We do hundreds of these. I think we did 3,000 of these shooters, and we have to transport them to all these locations. So these little egg crates are fine, and just a simple egg carton too. So find you some of these little portion cups, get your egg carton, fill them up with anything you think of. It could be banana pudding, it could be strawberry shortcake. I hope that's a little tip you'll be able to use. Yes, sir. Do you have a question? Little cups, just at the party store. Yes. That was a good question. Where do we get the little cups? You can buy those at a party store. So anyway, and then another little tip, I'm sure you've seen these, but just little simple fruit kebabs. This is done if you've got children or whatever. Although you might need to be careful with these skewers with kids, but that still a little fruit kebab, easy, nice if you're any adult party or whatever. Sometimes with those big fruit displays that we do, we just get fruit everywhere, so that kind of contains it and it's easy. And again, if it were a farm picnic, we might just already have our sandwiches made and then just put them out on the tray once we got there. And this is just some samples. That's just an avocado hoagie right there. And then cucumber, you know, if you trim the crust off bread, it always looks a little fancier, like for a party. So that's cucumber, we've just trimmed the crust, and you're welcome to sample that. And then the last thing I'll show you, I don't know if you can see it from where you are. Let me get a palm over here. Okay. These are little kebabs again. I just like these because they're easy, they're self-contained, it moves our buffet line quickly so they can just walk through, grab it, move on. And that's pork tenderloin. It's a marinated pork tenderloin. And I've used sweet potatoes on that, but you could use whatever. This is a chimichurri sauce. It's made with olive oil and jalapeno peppers and parsley. Really tasty. Got a little heat to it, so that really enhances the flavor of the pork. And then I bet you can't guess what these are. Does anybody know? If you're reading of it, they're macaroni and cheese balls. So that's an easy way just to pick up a little hors d'oeuvre and walk off. So they kind of collapsed. They were, when they got hot, they kind of, I didn't fry these, I baked them, but I think they would have kept their shape better. But that's macaroni and cheese and little panko breadcrumbs and steak. So anyway, that's just a little sampling of maybe something I might take out to Megwood as a, a farm, kind of a farm meal that would be easy. Everybody could just kind of pick up their little plate and move off with it. So, and then the last thing, it's over behind Emma's pictures. We just did a simple pound cake. You could throw strawberries with that and put in some whipped cream, and even in the squirt bottle, that's even good. So, but that's just a simple cream cheese pound cake, which is one of our favorite things to use in trifles or just to serve morning, noon, or night, basically. So, anyway, that's just a simple little buffet, but gives you some variety in different foods, and I think anybody could do that with relative ease. Okay? I'll let Emma take that. I'm going to give you time to eat this food. I got up and cooked it this morning, so y'all all got it.
Do you like the flyers presentation?
A couple more things real quick. We have started with grade A, and some of you might know about it already, but it's our What's for Dinner. It's our What's for Dinner offering. Again, to kind of help you with easy party planning. I love having people over, so I think it's nice not to have to think about the food sometimes, even though we do a lot. But this is a nice option. It serves 5 people, and we do a different menu each week. So it's $37 for 5 servings of the menu of the week. I have a little drawing back here if you get a chance. The high school guys are helping us with it. But if you'll put your name on one of the business cards, and here in just a minute we'll do a drawing, and we want to give away a couple of gift certificates for that back there. So if you can put your name on a business card, we'll give away some of those. But this is available. You can order online on our website. You can see the menu there also. You can order day of by 10 a.m. and have it ready to pick up in the afternoon. So that's a nice, something different we've been offering lately that you can see. And then just kind of a little bit about us. Last year we did, with the Herald Citizen, there was the award for the catering, so we wanted to kind of talk about that they do. But I hope you've enjoyed our farm and table presentation. Farm to table is a little, I'm sure you've heard that catchphrase, and that is more organic, locally grown things, which we try to use. But I felt like with Megwood Farm and then the table aspect of it as the food aspect. So hope you got a few planning tips for your summer event maybe coming up. But if we can help you with any more of the tips or with the food or renting Megwood, if you'd like to come out and have a tour of that, we'd love to have you. So thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the goodies and have a great day here at the Home and Garden Show. Yeah, any questions?